Studios. I am Adam Deal. This is the Proview Rundown. We go over all the best highlights, all the best action from across high school athletics in the state of New Mexico. And of course, the best is the APS Metro Tournament, which just got underway yesterday. The boys and girls signed a ton of coverage here on Proview Sports Network. I'd like to welcome in the crew in the zoo, my man Jason Pohl, Jay Pohl, and then we got Josh Fairtrap Brown. I think he's still editing or something. He might be putting something together for the show as we speak. And I think you could vaguely see a gray hoodie and a Ball So Hard University with Broncos. There he is. Still repping the Bronco gear, still loving it, having some fun. Look, a lot going on. You know, I can't even mess around because we got a ton of highlights, right, Jay? Yep. All right, so we'll start in this region with the 10 and the 7 seed, West Mesa taking on Del Norte.
Medina kicks out, ball rotated, penetration to the rim by the lengthy Casa. 3 balls up and good. Wilkins penetrates, gets, that's an easy finger roll for the Garcia pulls the trigger on a wide open 3. Kiembe, and that's stolen away by Wilkins, and he does well to finish. Good, played it just perfectly. Nato, nice one-handed bounce. Barton penetrates, skip pass, far side, Wilkins 3 ball, got it. They'll be playing real Brandon on next game. Following this one. Going up with that and scoring it is Kobe. Nato penetrates, kicks out, Ortiz drives baseline, spin move, back to Medina. And for 3. Euro step. Pika rotates Medina. That's a layup for Wilkins getting to the 10.
It was pretty easy. West Mesa dismantled Del Norte at Del Norte. And Del Norte's really hot start, and Coach McIntosh has done a good job. But the last 2 games, big losses to Volcano Vista at home, and then this one against West Mesa. Now, they're not terrible losses because it's a classification above the Knights. And now the Knights go on the opposite side of the bracket in this APS Metro Tournament, and hopefully they could start to gather some more wins for their resume as they get ready for a really tough district play coming forward here soon. On the other end, Volcano Vista, they're hot. They're looking good. They're the 2 seed, and they're playing real grand, and it really wasn't much of a match.
Nice backside cut, reverse layup goes. Not going with that long wingspan, able to get in there and disrupt that pass. Turns the turnover. Battle 3 balls. And Dedrick gets it back. 3 ball. Dedrick goes. Valdez, ball. Valdez got it. Deathridge was throwing it off the goal. Rise for 15. Can't hit. Now it's stolen away. That's an easy finish there. Penetrating. Nice no-look pass. Found a wide open Montano on the backside. And it got to the bucket.
Volcano Vista, I think that they love Del Norte's court. What do you think, Jay? I mean,
I think they're just good.
Okay, yeah.
Now they got Gray back. It's a whole different ball game.
They're ridiculous.
Murdering. They're murdering everybody. 50-0 in teams.
Ball so hard.
I mean, yeah, I did that game last week, and I think they definitely like Del Norte's court. you know, even their second string or their second team was killing it. Jake Deathridge, what's his name? Number 22, the point guard, Battle.
Yes, Dion Battle
Yeah, he
has
was
been
having- he was
brilliant.
killing it.
Ben Manzano can shoot it.
Aragon, their back. That's even their backup center.
It's
That's
just
not even-
ridiculous.
Yeah,
this
that's not
team
even
is
their main
loaded.
center. And Cesar Madrid, of course. Like I
Yeah.
didn't even say him. They're loaded. They're just loaded.
They are good. They're coached well. They're good. They play hard, and man, they're going to be a tough one to beat. I'll tell you, there are some teams, though, that we think can do it. And yesterday, maybe we saw one of them struggling a little bit early. This might be the game of the year so far in Proview just because a couple of records were broken. And we're really going to get into it. But Cameron Valencia, triple-double with 46 points. And check this out. That's a school record. Ties Colin Neal at El Dorado as a school record. And then he went against Jude Tapia, who gets a school record for Albuquerque High School, 54 points. Here's what happened.
The pump fake. That's Garrett Warren. And here's a little jump to win it at the end. We all know how hot Volcano Vista has been. Here's an elbow. It was actually Carter. And then straight away, quickly the other way. Shooter. And quickly, here comes Tapia. Yes! Nice dish by Valencia.
Jefferson finishes.
Here's Tapia for three. And here's an open three for Gutierrez. Twining and dining.
For threes, and now they need to go inside.
Warren hits. We just got. That's a rematch from a game that you've done earlier, Steve. Here's the pull-up.
Soccer player just came out in the last 2 weeks.
Behind his back is Tapia. Nice bounce pass. McKenzie was patient. Valencia out on the wing. Wants a three. That's a big three-pointer there. Tapia wants to put one right back. Yes, he does. And there's Valencia.
Coach Garcia's talking about, look out, this guy's
Tapia goes strong. Carter swings it around Valencia. And Valencia just lost his. And it's Coon. Oh, Steve. Look at this. Colorado High School last year. As Quintana goes strong, and this time, as Tapia had the top of the key, and he wants a deep triple, and he's going to knock
his
it.
average. He's got 24, 26. His average is
Quintana's going to run with it. Actually, that's a handoff to Quintana. A quick outlet, extra pass underneath, and Perea able to go win. Valencia back out to Quintana, wants three of them. Got it.
with a lot of confidence. Quintana is.
Here's a drive by Tapia, and he's fouled as he tries to make his way. Valencia. Gonna reset. Serrano wants one deep straight away. Gonna go strong. Quintana, it's in and out. And then a foul. Tapia on the wing for three. Yes. It is back and he'll reset. Now he's gonna step back. Wants another three, and he's up. And Valencia's gonna go all the way.
Ball game, but it is scoring and assists,
30
rebounds.
points too. Here's a three-pointers control. Got it back. Outside to Perea for the lead, and he got it.
They're not attacking it right now.
Tapia's got a step. Tapia's gonna pull up. Yes! Backs it off. Now he wants to go all the way. Valencia's gonna go window. And Davina Lovato's got court in front of him. It's blocked by Tapia for three, and he's fouled. Here's Valencia. All the way. Tilts that. Valencia kicks it out. Davina Lovato for three. Got it.
I mean, you see it, right, with the highlights. Jay, I'll bring you in real quick because that was just fun to watch. Combined 100 points for those two, school records for those two. I don't think I've ever been a part of a game where individual performances were so big. I'm gonna go out on a limb here, though, and say this. Jude Tapia was a monster with 54 points. Cameron Valencia, 46 points. I had him for 48 points, whatever the official total was. He had a triple-double, though, Valencia, too, so assists and rebounds plus 10. I think Valencia, he might have even had the better game because of it. That was just something special, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was surprised with that, Jude Tapia. He just needs a little bit more help. I mean, if they had one more, I mean, they had Gutierrez though. He was putting up threes. Which
Yeah, it's
was
just not
still
enough
good.
though, and Albuquerque High School is going to struggle because Tapia, I mean, he's got a great average. I think it's above 26 points, and after that, obviously, it's going to go up. But he needs more, and that's why they're 0-7 now.
But
Albuquerque High School.
that's huge for them. I mean, Coach Ron was right. All the games that they've played were just like this. They're always in it. So who knows?
Del Norte, they lost in overtime. This is the second time they've lost in overtime. They lost a nail biter to Valley. Like, they've had close games. I get it.
Make the playoffs.
Well, that's the thing, is are they going to be able to make the playoffs? I mean, they're running at, believe it or not, season's already halfway over. And after this Metro tournament, then you're looking at district play. And if they don't start making noise, and their district's a little bit more difficult than people think. Santa Fe, who you're going to see where they're ranked, but they're killing it right now. Capital has a really nice start to their season. Manzano and Sandia. And so that's their district. And that's what they have to deal with. So
yeah, they got to start getting those W's.
That's what I'm saying.
ASAP.
Continuing in that region, who's El Dorado going to play? Who are they going to face? The 3-seed march on. And so Hope Christian, who are 4-5, but a really difficult schedule on the season, taking on Valley, who were 4-3 and had a nice win against Manzano the week before. Here's how it matched up.
No one's going to break that. Obviously, he was joking, Steve, but it was pretty funny. Here's a quick loose ball. Chavez has it for 3. Yes. That's Chavez. Gonna go. Chavez, a little floater. It's good. Burns. Spins. Nice handoff on the inside. That's good. Takes it out to the wing. Straight away, Chavez wants a 3. Trying to get on the inside. Kicks it back outside for 3. And Casal. Dockery. Tough jumper.
His athletic ability right there.
That's an offensive foul. No. There's a rebound that was tipped to him. Nice pass underneath by Ulibarri. Draws the contact. Kick out to Chavez in the wing for 3. That is his 5th three-pointer.
He's feeling it right now. And what a
Dockery
night.
right back at you.
We saw him light it up last year, and here's Evans. Don't leave him open. And we're going to probably see him 4 more times.
Chavez fades back, can't hit it, but an offensive rebound.
Valley in a 2-3 zone right now. And
Hit a fin. Crack was 1 of 2. Offensive board though. Evans wants a triple. Yes! We'll have the semifinals as Dockery goes behind his back 16-footer to Yale to get the rebound. Here's Dockery's got a step. Dockery a little right hand. Another rebound for Hernandez. He's cleaned up on the boards. Here's Chavez! Offensive rebound, and Evans find a field goal. Bounce pass to Nidafin, pump fake, and El Dorado. They gave Valley tight ones. Look at this, no look to Evans. Hernandez, tough jumper, it's good. Hernandez is going to go all the way, and a finger roll lead, and maybe that's part of some of the frustration. There's Martinez for 3, yes. They called a foul, it should have been no, Hernandez. 1:08 to go, is going to go all the way. Nice soft.
Jackson compaction player of the game tonight.
So it'll be Hope Christian taking on El Dorado. You see that side of the region. So we've done 1/2 of the bracket. We've got 4 more highlights to show you. That's what the bracket looked like before the winners, and we'll get you caught up with all of the updates here in a moment when we return. We'll get you some more highlights. We also have Steve Davis to talk about the record-breaking game that we broadcasted last night. Back in a moment here on the Rundown.
Just barely, and Isles will step into a deep 3. And Steve, we've talked. And Caccioli changes mind midair.
Bruce's, they've made Volcano execute in the half court. Strong. Hands of Terry. Josh gonna bounce it beautifully ahead. Here comes Barton in transition. He's got the numbers to Flores underneath for the lay-in off the win.
Got to be very careful because he has 4 fouls. And he just Ramos just taking over tonight.
On the near side, it's Ramos. Ramos, a nice handoff on the...
No. A long rebound, and Hill, the freshman, tapped it to himself. In transition to Aragon, and he slams it home. See if he wants to dunk in transition. Send it in. Terry, good look at a three for Josh. No! What a putback!
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a #1. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of Proview Sports Network. It's that time of the year, sports fans. It's the 10th annual Garden Swartz Great Southwest Track and Field Indoor Classic. It's February 9th in 2019. The best athletes from across the nation come together for one event. Check out more information at GreatSouthwestTrackandFieldClassic.com.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
This is Coach Borrego of the Charlotte Hornets. Hello to all you parents out there in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I want to congratulate 38 years for the AYBL. You guys are doing a great job. You've shaped a lot of lives, young men and women, and you'll continue to do that. Parents, get involved, sign your kid up. It's a great program. It helped shape who I am today, helped shape me as a basketball player, as a coach. So get out there, sign them up. Have a great season. Good luck to everybody.
This is Amaya Brown from the CBLO Cougars. You are watching the Daily Rundown only on Proview Network's Comcast Channel 26.
Back to action. That was Amaya Brown. Love it when we play that because she's killing it right now for Florida State University, as are many athletes here from New Mexico. And a lot of these athletes play in the APS Metro Tournament, Jason Pohl. And so we continue with some highlights, right? What do we go? What region do we got next? What do we got next?
Let's see. We got Cleveland CBLO. Let's go.
All right, they're the 1 seed, and well, you know where this goes. Roll it.
Dream Style remodel.
He's a good player. We saw him do a nice move by Ortiz. Elbow jumpers up, and it's good. Nice. And be making a mistake for a young CBLO team. Aurelius fires a deep 3 and hits it by Gonzalez. Gonzalez lays it up, and it's good. Side to Asbury. Beautiful pass to Moreno. Layup is short. Moreno's follow is up and good. Nice. Hana's got numbers on the 3-on-2. Nice pass inside to Smith. Smith on the drive. Good block by Arminius.
Telling him keep shooting the ball. He feels good right now.
Smith fires a 3 and it's good. Rebound by Smith. That's no good. Munn's follow at the buzzer is good. He's a man guy. Steal by Garcia Palma. Tries to lay it up. Watson swats it away and saves it beautifully to Smith. Ahead to Terry. Layups up and it's good and he's fouled. Has it taken away by Nakai Smith. Smith's layup is up and it's good, and he has it taken away by Mohammed. Ahead to Munn for the alley-oop slam. Tana kicks it back out to Franklin. He'll fire a 3 and it's good. Good move by Nelson. Float. That's the way you want to break it, but it's knocked away from Tana. Ahead to Mohammed. Layups up and it's good. That sure was. Terry will fire another 3 and score. Moreno's runner with the left hand is good. That's still working at defense. Moreno's will learn you can't cross over a player in front of you. Muhammad's layups up and it's good.
Okay. I mean, Cleveland win. They win big. Josh, you did the games. Cibola didn't even score in the fourth quarter. Is this correct?
Oh, man, Cibola kind of had 4 points the second half. I mean, it was. I mean, for a young team, you know, they held up nicely, but I mean, Cleveland obviously was going to.
It's a terrible matchup for them.
Yeah, it was.
Here's the problem, okay? Cibola is going to play. We'll show you who they'll play here in a minute in the APS Metro Tournament. They're not going to be favored. And then Cibola's going to start district playing. Guess who's in their district, guys? Cleveland, okay. Atrisco Heritage. I mean, Volcano Vista. So.
Then you even throw Real Rancho in there, right? just in case, just, you know.
Tough year for Rayrod. Love you, Rayrod. We love you.
They're young, so I mean, next year, I mean, he's got a future to build, but this year, I mean,
Who do you got? Volcano over Cleveland. Who do you got? Just right here.
We'll get it. Well, I picked Volcano to win this Metro Tournament. So if they were to meet,
Josh Brown's lock of the week for this.
I copied the lock of the week. Yeah. If they were to meet, I want to see it though. I want to see it. Let's show you what happened on the other side of the bracket real quick, and we'll get into it. Manzano versus La Cueva, the 8-9 matchup.
Powell ahead to Blankenship. Blankenship's left is good. Somehow goes in. Cooper will fire a 3 and hit it. By Ortega, ahead to Lopez, passes back to Ortega, layups up and it's good. Monarchs in a good pass fake. Isles will fire a corner 3 and score. Really cold now. Inside to Tyler Allen, nice pull through by Allen. Lopez drives to the basket and scores. Since then, it's been all La Cueva, 14-4. Oh, nice defense by Lowry. It doesn't matter. Double pick set for Powell, but good hedge out, nearly another travel. Beautiful shot by Powell, though, by Isles. Because of the defense by Garcia, Isles layups up and it's good and he's fouled. Guys that he broke there, that's incredible. Calavota's 3's up and it's good. Oh, beautiful move by Isles. Splits 2 and scores. Over to Garcia, ahead to Cooper. Layups up, scoops and scores nicely. Top-ranked Cleveland Storm tomorrow night. Blankenship takes it to the basket and throws down the tomahawk slam and he's fouled. Go to foul. Romero's transition 3's up and it's good. Seconds left. Powell will fire an elbow 3 and it's good at the buzzer. Boy, they need it. Cooper fires the 3 and it's good. Ortega back out to Cooper. Straightaway 3 for Isles is up and it's good. Shot, I'm terrified. He's gonna make it. Nice move by Isles. Just like I said. And Isles for executing. 3's up, contested 3's up, and it's good.
That's a good win for La Cueva in the 9-8 matchup. Josh Isles, he's in the 30-plus, right?
30-plus points, draining them 3. He was driving through the lane. I mean, Isles, like me and Jason were just talking about during those highlights, against Atrisco, he didn't show up, and looks like he doubled down against Manzano in this first round.
And he's scoring different ways in this game, and that's how I think Isles has to look. He's probably the best shooter in the state. Okay, I know there's a couple that would probably argue that, but he probably is. And so he could shoot on the outside, but if he wants to open up his game, he's got to go inside, and he did that a little bit last night.
I mean, he went inside the paint, and he had some nice long-range jumpers, you know, inside the key. So Isles definitely showed all his game in this one.
So good quarterfinals, and so Cleveland's going to take on La Cueva. I find that as an interesting matchup at Manzano. I know you'll be there tonight, and of course we'll be streaming it live here on Proview Networks through the NFHS network. You ready for that?
Yeah. I mean, this should be a good one. I mean, you got Blankenship can throw down those tomahawk dunks, as Ed.
It's pretty nice.
Ed said there. I mean, and you got Munn, who, I mean, he could have had 2 there if I think in the highlights.
I think Munn is averaging I think he's averaging a dunk a game. I really think Munn is averaging more than a dunk a game. Well, I mean, you give away the quarterfinals, Jason, but we still have 2 more highlights to go over. Yeah, do we have them?
After the break here.
Okay, quick break, 2 highlights, and then we'll have Steve Davis come on as well. So that's coming up.
I like it.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your
green. And keep the community green as well.
Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment.
You trash it,
We smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
Motto Mortgage Brokers works hard to give you more options. Hear why Emilio Vallejo's local brokerage is the perfect fit for this growing family. Call Emilio Vallejo's 505-506-9820.
The Barley Room, proud sponsor of Proview Networks for over 9 years, is pleased to introduce Black Iron Catering. From weddings and family reunions to birthdays and office parties, Black Iron Catering is perfect for any event. Contact Jamie at 505-459-8259 and book your event today. Black Iron Catering. Let us bring our kitchen to you.
Gecko's Bar and Tapas, a proud supporter of Proview Networks. It's been a fan favorite spot for food lovers and sports fans. With not one, but 2 great locations, including outdoor patio, an atmosphere you won't want to miss. Gecko's, off Academy and in Nob Hill.
This is Brandon Baeza of the Las Cruces Bulldogs. You're watching the Daily Rundown only on Proview Networks, Comcast, Channel 26.
Proview Network crew.
This is Coach Borrego of the Charlotte Hornets. Hello to all you parents out there in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I want to congratulate 38 years for the AYBL. You guys are doing a great job. You've shaped a lot of lives, young men and women, and you'll continue to do that. Parents, get involved, sign your kid up. It's a great program. It helped shape who I am today, helped shape me as a basketball player, as a coach. So get out there, sign them up. Have a great season. Good luck to everybody.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a #1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of Proview Sports Network. Is president owner Steve Davis of Proview Networks and also color analyst for Proview Networks. Steve, as you and I have been doing some games together, obviously for hoops, and you and I got to do some games last night that we're going to talk about in a second. We have to sit tight because we still have 2 more highlights to go over here in the APS Metro tournament that we did yesterday. And so this is the last region of the bracket done from Sandia High School. We'll start with Rio Rancho taking on Highland. This was a rematch from earlier in the season.
Nice looking 3 for Chavez. Streaking up the right side of the floor here. He'll fire in front of the 3-point.
Junior Hodnett will come off the bench for Rio.
There's
Nice.
Callejon for, they want to push. Here comes Barraza on the spin. Off the window and 1. Get it ahead to Hodnett, back to DP. Steps into an open 3, yes. Ring, now Olney. Into the paint, he's fouled. Into the corner. It'll count if it goes, yes. They will get it ahead, now they get it inside. Gallegos. JT off the window. The other way went, no. Murillo on the tip, no. The second effort, yes. And he's going to be the foul line for the 3-point play. Finishing touch yet, but when he develops it, he's going to be good. Patterson's already very good. Let's tap back. The Hornets ahead to Barraza, and Patterson chased him down. Zero's free throw's no good. The rebound by Marquez, they took it away from him, and they're going to count down at the buzzer. Call out another play here. Patterson 3, yes.
He's not going to hit.
Out to Barraza, and Patterson just picked his pocket. David in transition, send it in, DP. They get it inside. The nice post entry. Wayne kicks it out to Rudolph. Yes.
Yeah, get him going a little bit.
Patterson behind Gallegos' screen, yes.
David feeling it. David going all the way. Avoids the contact. Goes around only screen. A 3. Yes. 3 on 2. David across the paint. Patterson on the floater. Yes, Patterson.
You and I are going to talk about what we just saw in his highlights. Patterson out of his mind to start the season. I think he needs to start getting a little bit more credit. We'll talk about it as Rio Rancho advanced and they beat Highland, but who are they going to play in the next round? This we thought was going to be a sneaky good game, and it was, Steve, at Trisco Heritage. They're the 4 seed taking on the 13 seed, Sandia.
This is first 2. Another look for 3. Yes, he face. Lucas is open for a wing 3 here. Yes! Sutphin kicks it out. 3 for Brooks. Yes, ring it up. 10-7. Rivas wants a 3. Ring it up for
Just to get from
Buck Elk working past Gaxiola on the base. Out to Cooper. Cooper wants a 3. Yeah, 3 now. He's working on Jordan. He got him up in the air twice. What a move for. He got it ahead to Ornelis. Yes. Rebound for Cooper. He'll get it out to Jordan. Tough 3 over Sutphin. Oh, right between the eyes. Ferguson back to Lucas. This time he's open. Heat checking. He's feeling it, baby. 20 here in the first half. Baldonado wants a 3 ball. Yes, in the first. And now Jordan takes it away in transition. Off the window for Luke. Coming off the screen. Picks up a double team right away. Rivas, he can hit the 3 from out there. Oh, yes. Gets it into the freshman Johnson. Turn around. That's on the freshman. Step back 3. Oh! Spins. Now a nice bounce to Ferguson underneath. Baldonado straight up 3. Ring it up right over. Oh, man, this game is crazy. Now Ramos. Ramos going all the way out the window. Brooks is open for a 3. Yes! Crawford to kick it out. Gaxiola. Step back 3. The lefty. Yes! Ring it. Play from in front. Ramos on a crazy spin inside. Ramos. He knew it was coming. 3! Yes! Cross. Jordan open for 3. This is a big one. Yes, sir! Get it out to Crawford. Skip to the cross to Marcus. 3. Ring it up. Sutphin going to put the dribble on. Now step back. Oh, miss. All the timeouts, which we're taking and say, hey, this is what we want to be running here. Gaxiola and 1.
All right, well, there you go. And so, Jay Pull, if you don't mind putting up the bracket, now we know where everybody is as we went through all 8 games. And, Steve, we can talk about it now. Let's start with the highlights we just saw. Patterson, Rio Rancho. Patterson's just on fire, gets 30-plus again, and you like the way he's playing.
Well, from last year to this year, you know, he's gotten his upper body strength. You know, he makes better decisions, and he's under control. And as you can see, he can create with off the dribble, and then he can also shoot it off shoot and catch and shoot. And then he also is a good team player. Well, let's look at that matchup now. Rio Rancho is going to take on Trisco. Now you're getting more familiar with Trisco, and Ramos has just been taking over and playing fantastic. And when he has players around him that can score as well, like we mentioned, Elijah Gaxiola, and then you were talking to me off air about DeMarcus Sutphin being able to score. You saw a couple big shots down the stretch there. This is going to be a dangerous team. I love this matchup. Also, remember, they're in the same district now, Rio Rancho and Trisco. Well, it's going to be exciting to be doing those districts, but you know, back to breaking this team down, we talked about earlier this morning, and a Trisco team is one that plays great defense. Add those 3 players scoring, their defense, as we just saw in that 4th quarter against Sandia, what they can do and how they dominate and they score in transition. Let's go to the top of that bracket. In Cleveland, they hammer Cibola, and then La Cueva get by Monzano. Actually, they kind of pulled away at the end, and a big game for Derek Isles. He was able to get 33 points in that game. He's got to be able to score for La Cueva to be able to open up their offense a little bit. Very tough matchup for the Bears. Very much, and again, Ortega, you know, you talk about, you know, teams, you know, Isles is so much, but they have other moving parts. Ortega's going to have a great game, and Cooper's not going to have to turn the ball over. I mean, and Garcia's going to have to hit his shot. So, but a team that La Cueva, I've been on the bandwagon, and they haven't been winning, but a team that... that was a nice win for them against Monzano. I think very important for Frank Castillo and company. Go to the bottom right side, Steve, real quick. Volcano Vista, another thumping. I feel like they've put, 4 teams already this season, including your Wildcats,
from Columbus.
You would have to throw that in there. I mean, it was actually a good day into, you know. The show's not about my Clovis Wildcats.
Well, I'm just telling you that they've put 4 teams already on a running clock this season. They'll take on West Mesa, who maybe is undervalued right now, the Mustangs.
Well, Sean Shire is probably the most underrated coach in the city.
That's what I said today.
You know, he's just does an unbelievable job at West Mesa. Wins games that, you know, he beat Hobbs. I mean, you think about that. At Hobbs, and
something Steve Davis has never done.
That's exactly right. So, Sean, you're one up on me. No, I did it in coaching, so I take that back. I did go. So I'm right there with you, Sean, on that. So.
Okay. Now I really want to get, because this is the game you and I are going to do tonight. We covered these 2 teams last night. Hope Christian beats Valley, and they look good. We like Hope. We think they got great pieces. And then El Dorado, just talk about that game, Jude Tapia and Cameron Valencia kind of just going at it.
Well, truthfully, I couldn't sleep. I thought about it all night long. I think, it's historical. I mean, you think of games that I've been involved with in high school, and I always think of Kenny Thomas and A.J. Brantliff, that duo. That was unbelievable. The duos between Colin Neal and Bryce Alford, and then 2 kind of unsung people that nobody really talking about, to see them just, you know, and when you were doing the broadcast, you were talking, well, here's Tapia scoring, and then all of a sudden
here's Valencia.
Valencia scoring.
Here's Tapia. Here's Valencia.
But it was, and we're going to make a show up, kind of a thing of that.
Yeah, Jay Pole's working on it, and he'll have it for us tonight. So if you're interested in, you know, you're going to watch the game, we'll have something nice, the highlights put together. That's a lot of pressure on you, Jason. That means it has to be done because we've just teased it. All right, you good with that? Okay.
I guess I'm good with that. I'm good with wrapping it up too.
Okay, well, I guess we got to wrap it up. Your last thoughts on tonight?
Well, one last thought before I get cut. Okay, is that is that we, you know, I witnessed as 2 players score 100 points, and then if you add the assists and all that with Valencia, it was. You know, I mean, he had 10 assists, so at least there was 20 minimum points. I mean, he contributed almost 70 points.
He was unbelievable. Do we have time for the top 10 polls? Real quick? We're already over. It doesn't matter.
Let's just go.
It's a good thing we have our own channel, you know, so it's okay. We could do kind of what we want. Here, Steve, I wanted to get your input real quick on this. Las Cruces, they're undefeated. By the way, Cruces goes to Gadsden, wins barely by 1 point. Gadsden, everybody, watch out. They're 9-2. That was their 2nd loss.
Well, we got them in the top 9 there.
Well, that's why I put them in there. Right? I mean, what do you think? And Volcano Vista has 1 loss. Cleveland, remember, they lost to Santa Fe. Santa Fe, I mean, I guess you could flip that if you'd like. El Dorado, you know, Trisco, Rio Rancho's playing good. Roswell, of course. Gadsden and Oñate. What do you think? Your Wildcats, I think, are hanging right there.
Well, I just want you. That'll be Rio Rancho's in there in the number 7 spot. So, you know, I tell you what, you look at that, and you know, I haven't seen Gadsden, okay, but you think about that top 8. There's some pretty good competition between all the teams. I mean, that's going to be an interesting state tournament. And that doesn't include probably, you know, Oñate number 10 maybe have the best point guard in the state with Lujan. So.
Yep, absolutely. You're not kidding. And real quick, we'll throw up the girls' top 10 poll. West Mesa, they are undefeated. Hobbs are above them in max preps, but West Mesa's beat Hobbs. At Hobbs. La Cueva's undefeated. Metro tournament's going to be fun to watch. Pedro Vista's had a nice start to their season. Volcano Vista, watch out for them. And then Cleveland, I think, is undervalued. So there's your girls' top 10. Don't forget, everybody, join us tonight. We've got all the games in the quarterfinals streaming, and then on live TV here on Comcast Channel 26. It's El Dorado going at it with Hope Christian for the right to get to the semifinals. And so we'll have the call. It'll be fun, huh?
I tell you what, just get out and support all these great student athletes and great coaches in the city of Albuquerque.
Steve Davis, Crew in the Zoo. I'm Adam Deal. You've been watching the Proview Rundown. Content, you just got to go longer.